Hello. For those of you who don't already know us, Worldwide Creative Solutions offer a range of, well, very creative business-to-business solutions, which are all aimed at improving your internal, supply chain, and public communications. We have also formulated services that assist with key process risk reduction. Well, that's enough for the introduction. Let's tell you more about what we're going to do today. If you're like me and from time to time you run across or you learn something that's really useful, and more importantly, something that you know you'd like to remember, then in about less than 4 minutes you promptly forget it, this is your series. This is for you. Not surprisingly, we named it in less than 4 minutes. This is the first, and it's aimed at Mac users who are looking for new ways to add security to a file or even a whole bunch of files and don't actually want to pay a fortune to do it or learn new technologies. Anyway, let's show you what I recently learned. Okay, head over to Finder, and from Finder select Applications. In Applications we're looking for Utilities. In the Utilities file you will find one that says Disk Utility. Please select that, and once it opens, pick New Image from the top. Put in a temporary file name or the real file name, whichever you prefer, but most importantly check on the encryption and select the one that's best for you, 128 or 256. 128 is perfectly good enough for most of us. So once you've done that, just go ahead and push create, and that will generate straight away your DMG file. Put in a password. Password has to be good, but the most important thing about it is to decheck that box there, and what we don't want is for you to remember the password in your keychain. Otherwise it takes away the whole point. So let that just generate, and it will provide you on your desktop with a disk image and a DMG file. Once you've opened the disk image, you can then populate it with anything you want. You can drag and drop to your heart's content as many files as you wish to protect. You can open them and they will work just fine. But the thing to do really, before we go any further, is just to check that the password you've put in actually does work. So just eject the disk image and just check that the password is good. Double check that your password isn't being remembered to keychain. Again, big no-no, defeats the whole point. So once that's password has been put in, you can open your disk image and you will find that the file you've just stored is in there. By the way, you can actually change or adapt or do anything you want to those files. You can even take them in and out, just so you know. So let's close that down. The next thing we need to do is get rid of the disk image, just eject it, and we need to find a house for the DMG. Now personally, I don't like using things that say Allen or something private. I tend to pick something that's a little bit enigmatic, like a real program file, and then from that choose the something like the help file, for example. Just go ahead and create a brand new file and give it a name that doesn't mean anything except to you, something that maybe you'll remember fairly easily. Then once you've done that, you end up with a new file that's perfectly adapted to hide, if you like, your DMG file. So it just adds another level of security to the whole operation. Go ahead and change that file then to something that means something to you. I'll just put Fox1 in here. And again, I do recommend that you don't actually give it names that mean things like this is my bank details. Go ahead then and clean down your desktop of all of those outstanding files because you don't want them there. Okay, that's it. Simple as that. I hope you find it interesting. I hope you find it of use, and I sincerely hope that you come back and watch the next episode. Goodbye.